What is up, guys, and welcome back to the Hand Tight Racing YouTube channel. We got to raise the ride height on this car. It's a little too low. It's getting into the quarter panel on the other side. I'll show you in a minute. So here's where it's getting into the panel. We got to raise this John up about a ½ inch and get it out of there. Got the BCs on deck. Tyler's working on cleaning all the rubber shards out, and then we're gonna raise that spring up, and then we got to adjust this after to save our preload. So we're gonna zip tie that back down. So what you're gonna do next is take the top side off, the top side of the shock. Yeah, take those off. Push it down a little bit. Now you see we got that movement out of there. That means our spring isn't preloaded like it was. And just got the pry bar out. Tyler stood on the hub, and then I just pried it out of there. Getting it out is the easy part. Getting it back in's a pain. You said you got them loose? Yeah. Show them what it looked like. All right, they're loose. Yep, I see it. All right, and what we're gonna do, guys, don't move them a bunch. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna move this up 3/8 of an inch. That should give us about a ½ inch. We're not going for perfection here on the ½ inch thing, just up a little higher. So we're gonna move this lock ring up 3/8 of an inch, and then we'll set it back in there just like that. Well, we're gonna make our height adjustment. So yeah, that looks about right there. Oh, that's probably too much. Measure it. Oh no, that's pretty dead. That's pretty dead. No, it's about 3/8. Look, there's a 3/8 line. I was gonna lock them back in place, and we're gonna get it back in there and check how much ride height we gained. So this would be pretty much the definition of no preload. A lot of you guys know, if you have this car, the springs are tight in here anyways. So that's pretty much as zero as we can get it. And we know this is a 230 millimeter spring, 14 kg. So what we're gonna do is, if Tyler will bring you in here on this side, there's an open wound portion of this spring back here where it sits in the isolator. I don't know if you guys can see it. That's where we're gonna take our measurement from, because that's where it's measured from. So it's a pain, but it's gotta be done. Gotta get a tape measure in there, measure this thing, make sure we got our 7 millimeters of preload. We run the softest setting of preload. You can do 7, you can do 10. We do 7 because we want to stay on the softer side of the spring. The more you compress the spring, the stiffer it gets. We don't really want that. So as you can see, he's on the inside of that piece where the open wound portion of the spring is. What's our measurement?
Right about at 9.
Right about at 9. Let's convert that to millimeters, see what we got. So if you're at 9, what does that give us in millimeters?
Inches to millimeters. We got 9 inches is 228.
228. So we got 2 millimeters of preload-ish on the spring right now. So what we're gonna do next, we are gonna take this jack, right, and go up on the control arm, just a touch. Take another measurement. What do we got now, boss? Probably didn't move too much, honestly.
8 3/4.
8 3/4. All right, so what we're gonna do next, now that our spring has measured out to 8 3/4, which is 8 millimeters of preload, we're not going for perfection. Like I said, it's not gonna make that big of a difference. What we're gonna do next is get the other spanner wrench, loosen this lock ring, and then make this shock fit back into those mounts. So that's the full length of the coilover. It's gonna hold the preload right in there. This is all spare wrenches?
Yeah.
That's not good. So we got the shock loose. Now we need to make this whole assembly longer to fit into the shock mounts. We're gonna raise it up, make it longer, keep making it longer. It's gotta go pretty long, because everything you make here almost doubles here. So, motion ratio stuff, geometry, you know.
Science.
And then he just tightened the uppers. Now it's time to tighten this lower lock ring, and then that is pretty much how you make the height adjustment and set preload on S550, S650 chassis. So it's not that hard, just get to it, man. Till next time.